Assalamualaikum and good day to everyone. Today I will do a book review on Prisoners of Geography, 10 maps that tell you everything you need to know about global politics by Tim Marshall, published by Elliot and Thompson. The book come in few covers, with the famous one in the blue color. It has 256 pages. Since the book is first published in 2015, there might be some changes on the current political affairs around the world. However, as far as I am concerned, the world map is still the same. The book will give you the clearer picture through maps in regards of the world events. I will cover my book review in 4 parts. The first part about the author, second part on the chapters of the book and briefly explain what the chapter is all about, since I might not be able to cover all in this video. The third part will be my overall review, critiques and comments on the book, and the last part, my suggestion on related reading materials. So the first part about the author, Tim Marshall. He is a leading authority on foreign affairs with more than 30 years of reporting experience. Now he focused on writing and analysis, particularly on political and economic issues. He was not a graduate either from media studies or journalism. Started his career in newsroom related job, then climbed up the career ladder of journalism from there. He had covered the conflict in Iraq, Afghanistan, Libya, Syria and Kosovo crisis, and had write for several international newspapers, including The Times and Guardian. He had published several books on geopolitics, including bestsellers Age of Wars and A Flag Worth Dying For. Next, the second part, chapters of the book. The author starts with introduction, followed by 10 main chapters discussing on few countries and continents. In each chapter, Tim had provided with a map of the region. From here, the reader will be able to get the gist of the chapter just by looking at the maps. The chapter on Russia mainly focused on its political geography and topography. Russia, with its vastness of land, have 11 time zone, and how the country safeguard its border through making a pact with countries bordered it. The long disputed region of Crimea, the battle for warm water port, since most of its northland is covered with ice or extremely cold all year long. The second chapter discussed about China and its ambition to become world superpower, how China managed to defend its border through natural barrier, especially from India, China Blue Water Navy and submarine warfare topics, and how China using the soft power to woo back Taiwan. Chapter 3 focused on United States of America and how its land advantage, being isolated by 2 oceans, Pacific and Atlantic. The river system in the country is also contribute to the economic well-being of USA. Chapter 4 examines the Western Europe. In contrast with USA, the major river in Europe doesn't connect each other well. The chapter also reviews on Scandinavia and Balkan countries. The European Union rules in the region also included in the chapter. Next, chapter 5 deals with resourceful region of Africa. There are about 56 countries made up the continent. The presence and invasion of China for the purpose of investment is one of the issues raised in the chapter. Africa also being targeted in war for the resources. Local plants and animals are hard to cultivate, and vast spoken languages divided the population in the region. In chapter 6, the author described about the Middle East and its geographical factor that divides the countries apart. Mostly the presence of the desert alternated with mountains. This chapter also includes the Arab Spring, conflicts in Syria, Iran, Iraq, Egypt, Lebanon and Palestine. The historical agreement of Sykes-Picot and how it affects Middle East demography. Chapter 7 explores the unresolved conflict between India and Pakistan. The 2 nations, officially separated in 1947, continue to dispute the Kashmir region in the north of India, while each country also faces both internal and external pressures. Chapter 8 explores eastern country, Japan and Korea. Korea was divided between North and South after the World War II. with both 6 larger countries as a buffer and the creation of man-made border to preserve the peace, while Japan, being an island country, gathers small and isolated islands to create military and economic forces to appear larger than its land size. Chapter 9 deals with Latin America's geographic and political hindrances, where Amazon forest resides, the threat for Amazon's rainforest destruction. The chapter includes the historical events such as Treaty of Tordesillas, civil conflict and cross-border. Also included in the chapter, Chinese investments in Nicaragua Grand Canal Project and war on drugs in Mexico. Finally, chapter 10 focuses on the Arctic, the crucial region that heat up the global climate debate. Since global warming has melted the oceanic ice block, it resulted in the opening area for mining and drilling. This set the stage for conflicts over resource extraction. The third part is my review, critics and comments. Through this book, we not only learn the geopolitical aspect of foreign affairs, but we can also cultivate the interest on map reading, topological aspect of a country, and interrelation of each country across the globe. What decision they had made in international stage and why. And that is why the book is called Prisoners of Geography, where all countries is enclaved by geographical factor in deciding its current and future affairs. The lack of the books is just that it doesn't cover most Asian countries, except the one mentioned earlier and Oceania. The issues raised in the book might also be outdated since it was published 5 years ago, but it is still a good reading to get the idea of the world political affairs. The author also emphasized mostly on the geographical aspect that can influence the decision making of a country, and he put aside other determinants such as social behavior and technological advancements. After all, the book is worth reading. For the last part, I may recommend some other related reading materials to accompany this book for a more comprehensive understanding regarding the subject. This includes the first one, The Revenge of Geography by Robert D. Kaplan, The Next 100 Years by George Friedman, Who Rules the World by Noam Chomsky, The New Map by Daniel Yergin, and last but not least, The World Map itself. So much you can learn from there. I think that's all for me. Thank you for watching. Happy reading. Assalamualaikum and goodbye.